Hello everyone, welcome to Whispering Palette. Today I'm going to do a rose watercolor. So the rose is like pink and yellow, and you can see some orange inside the flower. There are some water droplets. We don't do those, but we are trying to do the rose, and you can see some yellows and orange color. The palette I'm using today is Mission Gold watercolor, and I'm using permanent yellow, yellow orange, and this bright opera, which is a pink color. This is very fresh and vibrant color. So what I did, I wet my paper and I start with a light wash of yellow, and I put yellow color where I see them. I don't have any sketch, and it's easier for me to start without a sketching. Just I put color where I see them, and as I said, it's gonna be a very transparent light wash of pink color. So I put a color. See this petal here, I just put the color, and another petal I can see here. There's another one here. I'm just trying to locate the petals correctly. This is wet in wet technique, means my paper is wet and the color is wet, very transparent and watery mixture. So I need a bit of orange here because I can see some orange here inside, and here there are some orange inside here. I can see just a little bit of green, a green dot inside. I can put that as well. This is the outline of my flower. I can see some pink here, and I can see some shadows on this petal, so it's going to be a very dark pink. So I'm going to darken my pink here, just a little bit darker here, and also here. The bottom part is darker. Yes, and here as well, just a shadowy part here. Okay, now I give it some time to settle down, and now while it's going to be settled down, I can add some leaves around it. As you can see, there's a green, and here as well. I start from very light green, and then I can add darken green later. Maybe just more green. Maybe I do a leaf here with positive technique, another leaf here, and then I will have negative technique leaf on the other side of the flower. Okay, now I pick some darker green because I want to do some dark green now. I don't add dark green everywhere, just in some areas, like giving some shadow. Okay, now it's a bit dry. Now I can add these like the petal. I'm making them, I will separate them. So when I want to separate the petals, because my paper is wet, so I need to use less water. I just remove these leftovers and I get a fresh paint from the palette, and this time we need a thicker paint. Alright, so I get some thick paint and I look at my model and see where I have lines. Okay, I have one line here which is dark. Okay, I'm going to add that. And then I have another line here all the way to here, so I'm going to add that one as well, making sure you don't have much water on your brush, because if you get a very watery mixture, you are done. Your painting will be ruined. So very carefully I'm going to do this petal. Okay, see what happens. It goes up and then a bit more here. Then I have this one, another petal. Now I'm doing this line. And step by step I go inside the flower and I make those lines. Yes, this is watercolor, and you know, watercolor is a bit challenging, but it's very enjoyable. And when you get the skill, it becomes it is actually now my everyday hobby. I love to do watercolor every day, every single day. Okay, now I have a line here and then one here. Okay, another one here. Okay, I have a very hard edge line here inside the flower. Now doing another one. Yes, I look at my model and carefully building those lines. Okay, now I can see just a little bit orange pink color inside. I add the color and then I can soften the edges, and here as well. And there's a shadow inside the flower. I just add the shadow here and here. Okay, I think I need another line here just to make it look better. Yes, it's a fresh color. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with the result. Maybe this green is too strong. Now I'm going to do negative technique leaves, means making leaves with these paints here, okay? So this is positive leaf. Let me do one positive leaf. This is positive leaf, positive, positive, positive. Now let's do a negative one. For negative one, I have some greens here. I'm going to do a negative leaf. Look, I put dark color and make a leaf out of these colors. This is a negative technique leaf. I can do another one here, for example. And I can do a darker leaf between these. This is positive because I drew it, but this is negative because I made it out of this light color. Another one here. And just adding some cling water to this darker color and softening the edges. Even you can spray water on them, but be careful, don't go into your flower. Don't spray water into your flower, and then give it a slope, and then color will run. Okay, I can get rid of extra water. Now I can make a stem somewhere, for example, maybe here. Oh, I missed that. Okay, here. I'm making a stem, and then I can have another leaf here, and then softening these edges. I can make a stem with a scratching as well, but it's too early because my paper is too wet. If I want to have by scratching, lifting the color, so it must be a bit drier. Yes, it's working actually. If you look at here, with a scratch, you can have some stems. Look here. Okay, a very beautiful stem. All right, so and now I have to wait for this flower to be dry, and then I can add more details. Okay, I'm adding just a little bit more color. Now that's getting dry, I can add some paint, darker paints. where I see the dark pink, I'm just adding the dark pinks. And just have more definition on these lines. Okay, I think I am happy with the result. Yeah, we shouldn't be just working, overworking in watercolor, because it loses its transparency. The beauty of watercolor is having very transparent layers. So I'm just leaving this at this point, and maybe I just add a rosebud somewhere, maybe a very small rosebud, like yeah, maybe I just add something like this. One here and another one maybe here. And then with green color, I just yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm kind of practicing rose flower. In watercolor, roses are the most difficult subjects, so I've done lots of flowers, and I found that the rose watercolor is the most challenging one. So I'm practicing, and I will share my knowledge and my practice every day that I practice. I will have a YouTube live, and you can see, enjoy, and maybe you can learn something from me. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. And hope you start doing watercolor as well, because it's very enjoyable, it's very relaxing, and for me it is the most satisfying medium. I have done oil and acrylic before, but none of them could be more satisfying than watercolor. Watercolor is something magical that very doing that is very enjoyable and rewarding, because there are so many accident happens, and you can do watercolor in so many techniques, like the loose style, real style, hyper realistic one. And my style is mostly loose watercolor style, because so many accidents happen, and water actually plays a very important and crucial role in watercolor. So because we use water and sometimes it gets out of control, uh, it gets very exciting, and most of the time there are accidents that's out of your control. So those accidents can never happen by human. It's just the magic that water and color created that. And Yeah, that's the reason I love watercolor. Okay, I hope you enjoy your watercolor journey as well. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next live demonstration.